Well, it's one of the best times of year in my opinion, in Canberra. From Borroloola in the Northern Territory to Penguin in Tasmania, 41 young Australians have converged on Canberra for the annual ABC Heywire Regional Youth Summit.
I almost got arrested at the airport because they wouldn't let me bring a spear to Canberra, even though I tried to convince them it was for a ceremony thing, but yeah. I had to give it to my sister, or they threatened to take me to the back room, and I was like, oh, no. I know what goes on back there.
Everyone's so different, but we're also like-minded as well. So even if you've never met them before, you still feel like you've known them for ages.
My grandfather was a pretty good man. I never got to know him when I was little. I'm pretty sure he came down from Heywire, for the fighting for the land rights, and that makes me, feel proud for myself. I never thought that my grandfather, Stumpy, was well known around Parliament and stuff like that. So, and I want to make him proud.
I've got to meet people from really different, diverse communities and create a network of friends, which I'm really loving. And the greatest thing about it is all these kids genuinely care about what's happening around Australia and they want to improve it.
Alright, let's give it up for the Department of Social Services.
I never thought that there would be so many like-minded people who I would really get along with and connect with from, all four corners of Australia.
People in rural communities, people in metropolitan areas, we're all given opportunities, and it's what we as people do with those opportunities. It's completely up to us. Our limits are where we place them.
Well, education, I think, is huge. And yet, for some reason, there's this idea that the nation's young thinkers are coming from wealthy private schools in Sydney and Melbourne, when really that's just not the case. We have kids from all around the country that have got exactly the same potential and exactly the same desires and passions.
There's a lot of potential for us as rural kids, as I've seen in everyone that's come here.
We all have our own backgrounds and we all have our own experiences. And it's only when you come together and you share your experiences and you have discussions that people can learn and grow from that. I feel as though as a society we need to be more accepting of that and try and make change happen for ourselves.